your door swing's not changing, right?
Correct.
So coming in on this door, it makes more sense to reach over here for switches than it does to go up underneath the cabinet over here. Do we want the switch right here on this side, or do we want it on this side, or do you want both?
Can we do both?
Yeah.
I think it'd be easier if it was both. Uh-huh.
Okay. I think that answers most of those questions here. In this bathroom, we're probably gonna do the same thing on combination with upstairs. Do you want to see the shower lights
Yes.
in all the bathrooms?
Yes.
On the shower lights, you are probably going to end up using a wafer style light for those.
Okay.
And the reason why is, that's the industry standard now.
Uh-huh.
The downside to it is if something happens to it, then we have to pull it out and replace it. The replacement portion of it isn't that bad unless you're not comfortable doing a little bit of light wiring yourself. As long as you're comfortable turning the power off, undoing 3 wires, putting it together and wiring it back together.
No.
Okay. Then that means that you'll have to call somebody to come replace it whenever needed.
Okay.
I will try to find something that is the old school standard, that is just a direct fit light bulb, and see what is available, and whatever I bring to you is what's available, and if it's not, then it's not.
Okay. You can't put a can light above the shower?
That's what I'm gonna find out if I can get or not. Okay, so let me see what's available. The biggest issue with a lot of that stuff is there are so many problems with mildew and mold and stuff like that behind the trim rings, and of course keeping moisture and stuff like that out of it, and meeting the IC requirements.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever the industry went to the wafer lights, they were so much better built. You didn't have issues with bugs getting behind the lenses anymore. You didn't have issues with moisture getting in there and intruding into things. You know, there was a lot of really good reasons on why we went the direction that we have.
What I'm afraid of with the wafer light is the cost it's gonna cost every time I need a light replaced, calling you to come and fix it.
Yeah, no, I understand that, and that's why I want to make sure we're taking this into consideration.
No, I just wanna be like, that's what's going through my head.
Yep. We haven't really had that many issues with them. I've been putting the wafer lights in for close to 15 years now. I've probably replaced maybe 10 of them in 15 years in various spots. They're very well built. I've got my entire lighting layout in my house. I've got 12 of those things going across my kitchen, my dining room, my living room. And I've got 2 more of them that are going up over the island that I have yet to get, that are gonna be backlighting some pots and pans. Every single one of those is a wafer light, and I've got 2 feet of insulation above it.
Okay.
So I wouldn't put them in there if I wasn't confident on them. But I understand your concern, and I will do my very best to find you what you're asking for. Okay, so let me see if I can find traditional can housings and what our options are in that avenue. Okay.
Or is there a light fixture that we could put in the room that would have enough light to have light in the shower?
Let me look at what your layout looks like when everything's done,
Okay.
and see if we can go that avenue also. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so let me do the diligence on mine. Like I said, it's gonna take me a little while with my work schedule and everything to get all this pieced together and have a good layout for you. And something that we can actually sit down and have a meaningful conversation and start saying, this is the direction that we like. We're seeing this over here is kind of went off into a rabbit trail somewhere, bring it back over this way. You know, it'll work out well that way.
Okay.
Okay. Are we in a position to talk about downstairs?
Yeah.
We are. Okay. Let's go downstairs then.
Okay.